Whew, okay, now I say I get it. Bitcoin, I get it. Today, I just heard about the lady who's running for Treasury Secretary, and oh my God, she is talking about regulating bank accounts. So she's talking about giving the government access to everyone's bank account. So if the government feel like you owe them something, they can just go and take it without going through any court processes, without doing any paperwork. It's just basically you sign up for a bank account, you are connected to the government. Now I see why they trying to fight Bitcoin so much and all these other uh, coins, because no regulation. Okay, they can't just go in there and just snatch up your Bitcoin. They can't just, you can't pay taxes with Bitcoin. Okay, a lot of these places, the American dollar is threatened by Bitcoin. Every dollar is threatened by Bitcoin, because what if people just start trading, buying, selling in Bitcoin? Then what? What happens? The dollar becomes even more, the US dollar specifically becomes even more useless. There would be no, why would you need it? When you can just trade everything in Bitcoin and you won't have to worry about the IRS. And then another thing I thought about before is, eventually I guess they might end up having to get in or do something to regulate it, to make it harder for people to get or harder for people to trade with it. Because think about the money that goes to the government. If you just trade everything through Bitcoin, that means taxes aren't being paid to the US government, which means taxes aren't they aren't collecting the tax money in order to fund the military. There's so many things that's coming. Now I see. But to tell you the truth, I don't know why it hasn't been, why Bitcoin and all these other coins haven't been chopped down already. I guess maybe they're just waiting for the right time. Maybe they're making money off of it right now, and then when they can't, and they see it starts to threaten the U.S. dollar and the taxes that need to be paid, and the people just hold on to Bitcoin. You hold on to Ethereum. You don't have to pay taxes. You don't have to pay taxes until you sell it and make money off of it, trading it in for the U.S. dollar. So, Jesus Christ, I know people who are deeply in Bitcoin saw this level of what's going on, and probably and definitely sees, I'm sure, a lot deeper than what I'm talking about right now, the threat that Bitcoin will have to the U.S. dollar. But damn, it's pretty fucking interesting now. Oh, now I see why people believed in it so long ago, and all these people who you wouldn't even think, like some of these like small time investors, end up getting rich off of this stuff and holding it because they envisioned this a long time ago, and they really got lucky that Bitcoin got the momentum that it did, because these little, like, what would they call, weird people that's in their basement, in their mom's basement with their video games and laptops, like those, like they just became, I mean, over the last few years they became super rich because they held on to something that they believed in. So it's extremely fascinating to see what people think about when they buy certain companies, or when they believe in something. They bought into Bitcoin, they believed in it, and look where it is now, and look what threat it has to the entire, like, into the world economy. It's kind of crazy. And the fact that they're trying to, everybody heard about them, like the banks tracking everything, every deposit above $600, which, basically you get a direct deposit into your account. Any type of transaction, 600 going in and out of your account, would be able to be looked at. When usually, remember, it used to be like $10,000. You would have to take out $10,000 from your bank account in order for your account to be flagged by the bank. But now they tried to move it to 600. I think they actually moved it up to like 1,200 or 1,400 or something like that, because I assume that the banks didn't want to they didn't want that form of regulation, because it's very time consuming. They would need a lot more employees to to check all of these accounts for all these $600 payments or $600 deposits or withdrawals. It's just kind of insane that they would even want to regulate that. I mean, it's basically to kind of get every single tax cent that they can out of people, which I guess kind of makes sense, because with Bitcoin taking over and Bitcoin going into the Bitcoin is what people are trading in, companies are starting to accept it. The more companies and the bigger companies that accept this as a form of payment, people will more than likely go into just using Bitcoin. Why would you use the dollar if you know you're gonna get taxed on it? Or somebody gonna say, let me get one Bitcoin, like at the current price, let me get one Bitcoin for the car at at 60,000 or whatever. You can just trade that. Like, you're just trading a Bitcoin. I don't know how the taxes go when it comes to giving someone a coin, but I'm definitely gonna look into it. I'm fascinated by it. I have Bitcoin, I have Ethereum, so I'm very fascinated by what's gonna happen with this. I got the Sheeb, of course, and Doge, of course. It's gonna be very interesting, very, very interesting. So I'm gonna keep looking into this and keep y'all updated. When the world crashes, just remember this video. I told y'all probably not first, but I definitely put it out there in the world where y'all can get some type of insight on where the world might be going, and what's going on with the currency. It's fascinating. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Subscribe. It's gonna be a fun conversation for the next few years.